Fuck Notion. All right. I'm done with all that shit. All I did was today, I put it into a spreadsheet and it works exactly as I want it to. It does everything that I want it to. And I'm in full control of how everything works because I know so much more about Google Sheets than I do with Notion. Notion might be cool, might be the better option, might be a powerhouse of all the shit. But I just, for what I want it to do, Google Sheets, I made it do it right now. It's done. So the formulation and all the calculations are done. I just have to format it so I can track the areas of my life that I want to track. And I can do it for free. And it's also very aesthetically pleasing because I control the colors, the everything. And I just think it looks really cool. So that's what I did. It's funny because I tried Notion out again yesterday and even a little bit today. And I said, dude, fuck this. This is so frustrating. Had a little bit of a mini fuck this moment at work because I thought, okay, what am I doing? You know, am I just procrastinating, doing actual work by trying to, and kind of felt like I was. So today I just made the entire thing. Now it's essentially done. Just got to organize it. So tomorrow I'll probably have to spend an hour or two to get that 100% in line. Because right now all it is, and it sounds simple when I say it, but it's very cool. On the left, you have the task name. And then on one column over, you have the percentage of successful completion of that task. So if there's a checkbox that's checked off, it counts. If not, then it skips it. Then the next column over calculates every single box every checkbox there is up to the date specified in another row. So it calculates. So for example, it's the 13th of March, 2025. Day 1 is in the F column, and that is March 1st. So if you look all the way to the R column, that's March 13th. So there should be 13 numbers or 13 boxes here. And that's 100% true. There's 13. So the next one, and it's really, I don't even know why I'm explaining this. It's probably not going into anybody's head the way that I'm explaining it. But next column over is just counts if it is checked off. That's it. So it's kind of like the days that I've missed or the days that I've successfully completed. And I actually need to change that emoji because it's a red X. Should be a green check. So let's fix that. Okay, done. So, and then after that, we have columns F through AJ. And all it is just a checkbox. So when I click a checkbox, then the columns over to the left, the update. So I'm just going to fill this in real quick. You guys can't see it, obviously, but I have a task, and I'm supposed to do it every day, and I've done it every single day since March 1st, and today's the 13th. So I should have 13 days successfully completed out of 13 total days available to complete, which means my score is 100%. Now, if I uncheck one, the score drops to 92%. My score drops from 13 out of 13 to 12 out of 13. And if I click 2 more, 77%, 10 out of 13. And when I see these percentages, it's crazy because if I only missed 3 days out of the last 2 weeks, I'm sitting at a 77% rate of execution, meaning I'm not even a B. So just missing 3 days in the last 10, that's what a C plus is. That's just crazy to think about. The standard it's pretty high for getting, I guess not the standard, but getting if your standard is an A, like you're up there. So let me change the dates real quick to paint a picture. We'll go. Okay. So now if we check off every single, we check off every single day in a 31-day period, which is half the months. If I miss 2 days in a month, it drops me from 100% to 94. If I drop 3 days, then obviously it's 10%, but it drops me down to 90%. So missing just 3 days in a whole month puts me at barely an A. If I were to miss just 5 days in a whole month, I'm at 84%, so I'm a B. So it just puts it into perspective because a lot of people think, if I just take the weekends off, I have the weekends in here already, so I'm going to click off all the weekends. So if I just take off all the weekends and I go so hardcore on whatever I'm doing during the week, I'm only 74% execution rate. 74%. It's a low C right there, or mid C, I guess. That person that works every Saturday, they're at 87%. That person that only takes 2 days off per month, 94%. So I don't know. I just like seeing this stuff. This is what I love. I love this shit. I love seeing the data and the stats, and it's all lined up. It looks very nice. I'm very proud of this. So yeah. So what the goal is now, why I did this is because I wrote a little bit of a roadmap, and rather than trying to even worry about what the someday goal is and what the 5-year goal is, what the 1-year goal is, rather than worrying about all of that, all I'm doing is focusing on getting baby steps in. Literally, that's it. So I started writing, I call it the $1 million roadmap. And then I put level 1, $5,000 per month, made it all nice and bold, whatever. And I wrote down all the things, all the metrics, how many clients I would need, how much content I would need to make per week, and then the non-negotiables. And then below that, I thought, nah, dude, we're just repeating old steps. We gotta just put this into baby steps. So I put week 1, baby steps. And then I have a couple different categories for me to focus on. And it's not just about business and making money. It's about just life as a whole. So week 1, baby steps. Category 1, business and marketing. So I'm just considering that all things business, my personal training, everything that I got going on there. So that would be I got to make 3 reels, 4 normal posts. 3 of those are social proof. Post on my story once per day. Now, I'm not going to do that one until I get social media back. So wait a couple of days. And then 1 hard call to action. And this is per week. And then obviously this is the story post is every day. The next one is education and learning. So 1 CLA unit per day, which is the Change Lives Academy, which is the mastermind I'm in. So we talked about this the other day. There's 108 different units in there, I believe. So let me go check. There's 108 different units. Let's double check. Not onboarding. Yeah, 108. So if I just did 1 per day, it would take me almost 4 months to do. So I'm going to commit to 2. Or right now I'm committing to 1. I plan to commit to 2, but 1 CLA unit per day, implement, complete, schedule, and plan. So that means if I learn how to make a post, I'm going to implement, I'm going to make that post, complete it, or schedule it, or plan it, or whatever the heck the task is I need to do, and I'm going to do it. And this is what I'm committing to daily. Next one is 5 to 10 pages of Fat Loss Forever, which is it's a book by Lane Norton. I've had it forever. I've never actually read it cover to cover. And a lot of, I think, the imposter syndrome that I have is feeling like I don't know a goddamn thing about fitness whatsoever. I just feel like if I were to come face to face with a client and they would say, how come I'm not losing weight? I would say, no fucking clue, bro. You should probably hire somebody else. And that's a big limiting belief for me. And of course I know that wouldn't happen. I know quite a bit. I know that. But then also I don't know a goddamn thing. So the Fat Loss Forever book is, it's just pretty much talking about modern day dieting, how to overcome it, how to lose fat, keep it off. Because there's some stat, can't remember what it is, but it's like 80% of people who go on a diet actually lose weight and they're successful at it. But of those 80% or something like that, I don't know the numbers exactly, 85% pack on the weight that they lost. And then of whatever percent of that is, 95% pack on more weight than what they started with. And that's what we call yo-yo dieting. So people, it's not that people aren't successful with dieting. It's that they're not, the diets that they choose are not sustainable. That's it. So I just want to learn as much as possible. And I'm going to just read as much as I can. Even at work today, I printed off almost 80 pages worth of information so that I could have it at work and study while I'm at work and learn while I'm at work and not have to take in books. And because this is a textbook, I don't want to have to take a textbook in and put it all over the dirty tables with all the chemicals and shit and all the paint. I just don't want to have to worry about that. So printed off some shit, just normal printer paper. And if it gets dirty, then it gets dirty. But yeah, just want to be learning as much as possible rather than being on my phone, because, having this little tiny break of social media it's been good for me for sure. And I'm definitely going to keep this going for 3 more days. I don't know, just because. So I'll probably run this I don't know. I actually want to have 1 day per week where I just turn my phone off completely, leave it in a room and just live life. Just kind of as a reset to start the week off, Could be a random day, but I don't know. Just thinking out loud. The problem with that is I feel like I would have to communicate with people who want to talk to me, such as, like if I have plans with my mom, or if Lexi and I aren't doing something, I would have to let her know ahead of time. Hey, so Sundays you cannot get a hold of me because I won't have my phone. So it just seems like a pain in the ass. But I don't know. We'll get there. Seems more appropriate if I had my own family and I was calling the shots and I said, "Okay, no phones, no whatever, just for today. We'll get back on, Saturday morning," or whatever it is. I don't know. Okay, so that's that. So 5 to 10 pages of the Fat Loss Forever book. Note, annotate, take notes, highlight, whatever I got to do to retain the information and learn. Because the idea is to learn. The idea is not to read the book. The idea is to learn and comprehend the information, to learn it, to implement it, to use it for clients. So that's that. Next one is personal fitness physical. So gym 5 days per week, 30 reps, and this is just some rehab for my knees. My knees hurt, dude. 30 reps each side of steps down on block. So it's just steps. I have this, I don't know what you call it. It's not a yoga mat, but this 3-inch, I don't know. Just think of a square foot, 12 by 18 foam pad. It's about 3 or 4 inches thick. Very giving. So when I stand on it, it definitely goes in half. But you do step downs on that. You put your knee out just a little bit, and then you just bend your knee. Do 30 reps total of each side. So that's about 60. Yeah, it's 60. About 60. That's 60 reps total. So I'll just do 10, switch 10, and then 10, switch 10, 10, switch 10. Then I'm done. And then 30 reps each side of what are they called? TKEs, terminal knee extensions. So what that is you hook up some bands to whatever, and then you put the band behind your kneecap, and then you get into a spot where the band is of high tension, and then your knee is slightly bent, and then you force your knee backwards while standing up, and then you just hold that contraction right there. And I guess that's good rehab for your knees. So my knees have been dog shit, and I'm really sick of feeling the pain that I have. I'm 27 years old. There's no reason why I should be feeling that. Maybe FedEx fucked them up. I don't know. Maybe it's just I sit all the time. I don't know. Whatever it is, don't really care. I just want to get ahead of it before it gets bad, because health is so important, and I don't want to be that guy that looks big and strong and whatever, but can't run up and down a basketball court with his kid because his knees are shitty. Don't want that. Also want to be able to just stand up and walk upstairs with no pain, because what the fuck, I'm a young man. Next, I could double my life. I'd still be a young man. I would like that to never go away. Now, fully aware that as you age, shit goes downhill. Fully understand that. However, why wouldn't I combat that? So that's that. And then for the last one of the personal fitness physical, we have 7.5 hours of sleep. That's a non-negotiable. So if I want to do that, I'm going to have to go to bed in 30 minutes. So not going to happen, because I still got to role play. I mean, I could push for it, but it's highly unlikely. And then that would be that. And that's it for the personal fitness and physical. So far we have 4 things for business marketing, 2 things for education and learning, and then 4 things for personal fitness and physical. Then we have personal fitness and nutrition and all things like that. So we have meal prep once a week. A lot of these are once a weekers, but whatever. So meal prep, grocery shop, drink a gallon of water, no fast food, no caffeine, take my creatine daily, take my vitamins daily, take my vitamins nightly, and don't go out of my way for junk. What I mean by that is, for example, I went to the store yesterday and I picked up some odds and ends, and I was like, ooh, I want a donut. And I actually went over to the donuts, grabbed one of those plastic things, and put it on my hand. And I opened the door, and there was a lady also getting a donut. And I thought, look at this fucking lady getting a donut. Nah. And I just took the plastic, or I shut the door, took the plastic that I just took out of the holster, and I just threw it in the garbage. And I just walked away. And success. Didn't take the donut. And it wasn't, what's interesting about that for me is it wasn't that I didn't want the donut all of a sudden. It was that I saw somebody else taking a donut, and I didn't want to be seen as that somebody else. Because I guess I was so judgmental in the moment of like, wow, you're eating a fucking donut? Fatty. Yeah. She was like, I don't know, 50, and she was slim as hell. So good for her. But that's what went through my head. And shit, whatever. This is some dark side shit, but you can say that it's very judgmental and mean and rude. However, that thought, however dark it may be, was a net positive for me because it prevented me from putting poison into my body. So you can call it whatever you want, but that negative thought, rude thought, judgmental thought made me better. So there's one perspective for you. I think that's interesting. But anyway. So we got 4 business marketing, 2 education learning, 4 physical fitness, and then 8 in nutrition. And now the idea is to quite literally, and this is it for week 1, put all this into the sheet that I just made and track it and make sure I'm 95% above. Now, matter of fact, there's no such thing as, let me change the date so I can see this shit. What is going on? Let's change this to 3, 7. What the fuck is going on? Okay, there we go. So if I have 7 days and I'm trying to get 95% or more and I miss 1 day, it drops to 86%. So I can't miss. That's my goal. Even if it was 90%, I still can't miss. So out of a whole month, I can only miss 3 days if I want to maintain being at a 90 percentile of execution for all this stuff. Now, ideally, I can be 100% because there's no reason why I can't be, but that's the goal. It's the standard that I want to hold for myself. And this actually has remnants of year 95, if you guys remember that. This was back before I ever even announced the show. Let's see if I can type it in if it pulls up. Year 95. Year 95 bed. Let's go podcast. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, this is... I typed in year 95, and it says 95 body count at 22. That's disgusting, dude. Are you kidding me? I don't know. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, so year 95 is a program that was inspired from 75 Hard. I just put way too many tasks into it, and I made it damn near impossible to do. I did get 2 weeks in. Maybe it was 3 weeks, but I have the file somewhere. I'll have to look at it. But there was just so many tasks on there. And it was almost like my life was the program. There was nothing else that I could. It's not like, okay, my life was not the program. However, it was just so much of it was that. And they were all great things. It was all making sure that I'm doing the right things and exercising discipline and things like that. But whatever. So... yeah, so anyway, that's what I'm going to focus on for this week. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to track it up. I want to get a high percentage, which means 100%. And I'm going to run it for a week, make sure that I successfully complete week 1. And that's it. That's what I'm going to do. Now, the thing with the meal prep, I'm going to do that anyway. The gallon of water, I pretty much do that anyway. I haven't really been tracking it lately. Some days I probably hit a gallon. Most days I don't. No fast food, I'm already doing that. No caffeine, I'm already doing that. Creatine daily, I'm trying to do that already. actually mixing it with my protein shake, so it's all in the same bag. So if I don't have my protein shake, sometimes I just forget to have the creatine, but whatever. Vitamins daily, already doing that. Vitamins nightly, suck at doing that, but want to be better. And then not going out of my way for junk, not currently doing that. So a lot of these things, and I'm just saying this for somebody who might be listening in 10 years, this for me is what I'm already doing. So for you, if you're starting out, you got week 1 baby steps, you might just have post once a week, go to the gym twice, don't shit your pants. That's what you got to do. And that would be your baby steps. And the more that I even do stuff like this, the more that I feel like Momentum 52, that whole framework or program idea that I have, is actually real. Because maybe it would be a different framework altogether. But for example, I have all this shit right now. This technically would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 tasks already. And I'm on week 1 if I were to start, So why wouldn't I only have 1 task? Shouldn't I be on week 17 then? And I think this is a perfect example of how subjective each of these frameworks are, because for the blade, whatever's hard for you for your crucible, that would be very hard for you. Somebody else, it might be for you the easiest shit ever. And I'm not talking down on anybody, but somebody that I know said that their crucible was an outdoor workout. Now, for me, that's fine. I don't think that's difficult whatsoever. But that person chose that their crucible, their hardest task that they dreaded, they did not want to do ever, and it was so hard for them, was an outdoor workout. Now, for me, no. I mean, yeah, it sucks ass, but no. So with the whole framework of this Momentum 52 shit, then, I guess you get to choose what's a lot and what's not. So I don't know. But the whole idea, what I was trying to get at there is I have all these things. Now with week 2, I'm just going to add, 2 CLA units per day. And maybe that's, I'm just brainstorming this. So I got 4 categories here. Now, these wouldn't be for the program, but what if the Momentum 52, you just add one tiny little thing. You just build on the momentum. So rather than, for example, business and marketing, 3 reels, 4 posts, 1 story a day, 1 hard call to action. For this to be baby stepped up to the next level of week 2, I would then go to 4 reels, instead of 3, and that would be it. So it's just making 1 more video per week. It would take an extra 12 minutes per week. For education and learning, maybe instead of 5 to 10 pages, I go 6 to 12 pages. That's it. Maybe with 30 reps on each side of the step downs, maybe I do 40 with the 7.5 hours of sleep as a non-negotiable. Maybe I say, and on Saturdays, I get at least 8. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just talking out, or thinking out loud for this shit. So anyway, this isn't what I had in mind for the whole goals episode, but because I was talking about that, I wanted to record a whole long thing, and I do, but this just seemed much more practical because I think it's so great to have these giant goals and be able to see them and what it's going to look like. I want to have a business that makes $100,000 a month, and I have employees, and I'm leading the team, and I have these employees that they're able to put food on the table and support their wife and their kids and whatever. That's cool. That's fucking badass. But I'm not going to get there unless I conquer the first staircase. And in order to conquer the first staircase, I have to take steps on said staircase. The staircase that has all the glory and the luxury and the prestigious items and the super successful and the high numbers and the whatever, that's in a whole different country. I just need to go up the park stairs right now. So that's what I got right now. And I'm rolling with it. And we're going to see what happens. I'm going to commit to doing this. I'm not committing to anything other than what's on this list right here. So these 17 different things, which a lot of them are the same shit. It's so vitamins daily, vitamins nightly, take creatine, no caffeine, no fast food, drink a gallon of water. That's just, that's just kind of all one thing, But anyway, so that's all I got, guys. That's the show. Appreciate you listening. I think I was going to say one more thing, but I can't remember. So, yep, that's it. Bye-bye. That's it for today. If you got some sort of value or you were entertained, please consider leaving a rating on the platform that you're listening on. It helps a ton. If you are looking for a more polished version of this show, you can check out the Allegiant Excellence podcast, where I go deep into mindset, discipline, fitness, and personal development as a man. And don't forget to check out the links below and read the description. There are sometimes things written there that didn't quite make it on the episode. So thank you so much for your ongoing support in a guy that has massive ambition, but nothing to show for it quite yet. And as always, thank you for taking time out of your day to listen and support. I'll see you tomorrow.